Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. We have episode 31 of this year's TTM returns. Got a 9 successes as well as a failure to start off this week. So we'll start off here with the unsuccessful one. I had been writing to a bunch of golfers, trying to add active ones to my collection about a year and a half ago, I think it was. And of course, with that, you're going to want to try to write to some of the best. You don't expect to get them back or anything. But with this one, I did send a donation, pretty large amount, hoping that maybe that would help increase my chances. They received the donation, cashed it, sent me back a letter thanking me for it, and then didn't get anything back for a while. And then these came back today, but it looks like a pretty obvious auto pen signature from Tiger Woods. So they sent back the two photos, and you compare them with each other. They are virtually identical in size, shape, placement of everything. So failure on that one. That one really stinks. Would have been really cool to get that back. I know he's had some stuff happen, since I had written that, so I didn't really blame him. But I would have just much rather probably not get anything back than something fake. But it is what it is. But we'll get into actual successes. First one here is from a golfer. This was sent to Canada. I believe he sells medical supplies now, or he's involved in that business somehow. This is 3 of 3 from Ray Stewart, adding to the 91 Pro Set collection, bringing me to 185 of 286. So if I get one more, then I'll have 100 remaining for the set. That's not bad at all. So cool to get that one back. I'm actually surprised that the cards came back looking as good as they did, because that envelope looked pretty beat up. So really, really fortunate on that. And then this one's a really quick return. I think it's 2 weeks. I had found an old set of Indy Fuel cards. So I'll show you guys what I got back. This is 1 of 1 from former Indy Fuel player, Sharks first round pick Nick Petrecki. Signed in black, so it's a little hard to see there. But I have this set for I think it's Indy Fuel's second season, and I'd kept wanting to send those cards out, but never really got around to it. And with each passing season and COVID, I just thought, I'll probably never end up sending these out. But I started looking through it. I've been sending to more international addresses, been having decent luck there. And there's a lot of the players from that team that are still active in European leagues and everything like that. A couple of Asian leagues as well. So started writing those letters out. I think there was only maybe 6 cards from this set that I couldn't find anything for. So I sent the rest of them out. We're taking a shot. This is coming back from a U.S. address. I don't think he's playing anymore, so I would have found a home address for him. But really, really glad to get that started. Hopefully a few more come back, because that was a lot of time and effort. But should be cool if those do come back. Then we have a hockey prospect return. This is 2 of 2 success from, I'm guessing, Guelph Storm goaltender Jacob Oster, one of the two. Signed both of these photos in about 2 months. I'll have to look through and see how many of the North American goaltenders I have, and compare it to the consolidated list that NHL has, because it'll be exciting to see how many of those guys end up getting drafted. But really cool to get that one. And then I think we have 5 FCS head coaches that were returned today. So first one here is the head coach for Delaware State. He's also a former NFL lineman, was drafted in 1992. This is a 2 of 2 success from Rod Milstead. He played for a few different teams. I don't remember exactly who. And I think he ended his career as a off-season / practice squad member of the Broncos, if I'm remembering the right guy. Then we have a 2 of 2 success from VMI, the Virginia Military Institute head coach, Scott Walkenheim. I remember having a really, really tough time finding this address. Most most schools, you can just look up their staff directory for the athletics department. And they usually have it listed on there. Sometimes you have to find a contact page. I could not find anything for the school, but I had already ordered the photo. So I went through, did a lot of research, and kind of guessed on an address. I don't know if they had to forward it or not, but ended up working out. So really, really glad to get that. Then we have Mississippi Valley State University coach signing 2 of 2, Vincent Dancy. I think that's how it's pronounced. Signed in thin black Sharpie up there towards the top. And then we have another former NFL player turned FCS head coach. He's been the head coach at Campbell for quite some time. Signing 2 of 2, Mike Minter. He's a former defensive back, primarily for the Carolina Panthers. Considering how decently long his career was for a defensive back, I'm surprised he has very few cards. Most of the cards that I could even find of him online are the multiple players on like those tops or tops total. I don't remember what brand it was, but it would have 2 or 3 cards or 2 or 3 players on the same card for a team. So that was kind of interesting. But he had a pretty nice NFL career for himself. And he's been a decent coach at Campbell as well. Last one here is a 2 of 2 success, at least for the FCS head coaches, is coming from Hampton head coach Robert Pruney, I think. He signed it, both of these as Coach P. I will count that as a signature. So really cool to get those, bringing me to 36 of the FCS head coaches. And last one here is a former NFL quarterback, signed 2 of 2, Joe Reed, who played for the 49ers and the Detroit Lions. So, not a bad start. Hopefully some more stuff is coming in. I've been sending out a lot of hockey stuff, but I'm probably going to hold off on that with the trade deadline coming soon. So there's going to be a lot of recalls and send downs and trades. So we'll see what happens there. But otherwise, don't really have much more to share with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.